Did you read The Compound Effect? Is that a book or something? Or am I aware of the compound effect? Intel. No, I didn't know. No, I'll take a look at it though. I'll take a look at that. The compound effect. Darren Hardy. Does the excessive gap on XOM make it not the best long anymore? Let's see. Guys, I like this. You see the Intel? Look at the position. Guys, I want to keep pointing this out to you how flow from the right position is a very high probability event. You get the most flow from the right position. All right. Just want to keep pointing that out over and over again. All right. Ooh, you are UAL. Look at that power trend. Now that's something, guys, where the 20 is so far away, it's irrelevant. So now you have to go to something like the 8, right? So this is how I do it. I don't put it on until it's obvious. All right. XOM, let me take a look here. This is not excessive. All right. Like excessive is far away. This is not excessive. This is just normal. All right. This is position 1. This is like position 2. And this would up here would be like position excessive. So here, remember how I drew it. Every now and then you can take a short from this area, but you definitely want to be more long oriented. That's why you've got 2 pluses here and only 1 negative. Here you want to be more short oriented than long oriented, although every now and then you can do a long. Here you only want to be long, never short. All right, never. And so no, this is not excessive at all. This is what comes down to knowing your stock, right? Knowing what's excessive because you live with your stock all the time, and knowing what's normal. This is the edge you get by knowing and living with your stocks, the same stocks every single day. Bottom. All right. Yes, you can look at this as a whale complete because you're supposed to connect, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, done. And remember, really tails should be ignored. On the Uber, guys, I got to break even, but those who practice the 2-bar stop stayed in here. All right. Right. How many of you practice 2-bar stopping? Is that, I'm curious. Yeah. It's not for everyone, but it is what I suggest that you start with. You start with the 2-bar stop and see if it works for you. All right. All right. So in this case, the 2-bar stop saved the traders, and they got a fairly decent play, especially if they added here. All right. Gabrielle was asking Oliver, why do we ignore tails? Well, you guys know that these are called Japanese candlesticks. All right. And it's the oldest form of charting prices in the world. All right. over 1,000 years old. And if you go to, if you were to actually go to the exact Japanese word for what we call tails, it would be called, the direct translation is shadow. And so a shadow is not the real thing. The shadow is cast by the real thing. And so, do you want to deal with the real thing, or do you want to deal with the shadow, which is not the real thing? So when we do new highs and new lows, we cut the shadows off because the body is casting the shadow. All right, the body is casting the shadow, but the shadow is not the significant thing. And so once you surpass the body, you might be in the area that the body is casting the shadow, but for highs and lows, we ignore them. We don't totally ignore tails. I'm just saying for highs and lows, we ignore them. So this stock would be making a new low here, not there. This stock would be making a new high here, not there. All right. All right.